Hi, I'm Kenneth Wajda. I'm a professional photographer here in Colorado. Welcome to another one of my photography talks. So today I want to talk about gallery shows. So I just had a gallery show out in Los Angeles. I had submitted a photograph for their analog portrait series. It's for the Lucy Foundation. And a photograph of a boy I photographed on a Rolleiflex. It was a 6x6 black and white photo on HP5. That photograph was selected for the analog show. And I was going to be in LA when the show went up. So that was a treat to be able to say, not only can I get you the photograph, but I can actually be there. And they were really cool because they actually took the digital file, and Sammy's photo in LA sponsored them and made the prints for them. So if you're out in LA, go say thanks to Sammy's. But the show is so good. And it's such a treat to see a show. There's a couple of things I have, some stories I have, and some of my ideas about what a gallery show is like. And I have a bunch of photos that I took from it. I'll put into a gallery link below, and you can see me at the show and what the show looked like. But the first thing that's most important to me is that my work is well displayed. And the second thing is that I'm among other work that I actually like. Because sometimes I find, like, I go to some gallery shows, and even some that I've submitted to and haven't gotten into, and everything I see is like, I don't understand. It's like a person who's, lying face down in a bathtub. And I don't know. Sometimes I don't get the art scene when it's just almost trying to be odd weird with context. Maybe there's a reason why they're face down in the bathtub. But there's a point where I went to this show and I was just hoping that not only would my work be well presented, but that the other work I would be enthused by, and I would say, oh, I love being amongst this crowd. My peers are actually well chosen too. I would pick these for photographs that I would choose to put in a show. And it was such a good show for that. The other work was strong, the style was similar. People did all kinds of interesting things with film, and all of them were portraits. So it was a good mix of different kinds of portraits. But the most important thing was that, for me, I liked the environment I was in with the other people and the kinds of photographs that they presented. Like I said, sometimes you don't see that. And sometimes I go to other shows and I'm like, I remember one time having a film that was a real serious little drama, and then at the film festival, the other films were all just slasher, kind of like violent movies, and I'm like, why am I here? Why am I amongst this crowd? Like, what did you see in me? Yet you saw that. It's like somehow there's an association. Like, if you say you like my photograph, and then you turn over to this other photograph that's bad, and you say, I like that photograph, then does it take away your value of my photograph? Because it's like, well, you must not know anything because you like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's about association. And in any case, we all want to be amongst some kind of a show that we feel proud to be a part of. And this show was. It was strong. It was well presented. It was well framed. It was a nice building. It was a nice crowd. It was at Los Angeles, so it had a good turnout. That was a real treat to be able to be there and to see my work on a wall in a big city. I hadn't done that before. And most of my gallery showings have just been here in Boulder, some back on the East Coast growing up. But that was the first big show I've had in a long time. So that was a big deal. And my partner, Mary, she went with me. We went to the show. We actually found out that there was a Leica show that night at the Leica Gallery in Beverly Hills with Nick Utt, who was going to be there, and he's the one who photographed Napalm Girl during the Vietnam War. So we ended up running over to there and meeting him too. But it's kind of fun that we were both showing that same night. Yeah, me and Nick were both showing. Anyway, that was a good night, and it's really important to sometimes put your work out there and get gallery shows. I would submit to them again because based on the work that I saw, they weren't looking for, just the most outlandish, odd thing that you could create. They were looking for portraits that were genuine and analog and shot on film, certainly, but that was like, I like the work that was amongst my work. So I'll put a link to some pictures. You'll be able to see what else was there and see if you like it. It's all subjective. I'm never right or wrong about any of this. It's just sort of, you have to have a point of view or else you don't really have anything to say. All right, that's Ace Photography Talk. I'd welcome your comments, your thoughts. If you can support, hit the Patreon. If you enjoy these, hit the subscribe button. And thanks so much for watching. I'll bring you more photography talks. Here's the good light.